Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Just wanted to do a video here actually showing my current clan boss composition and actually some things I can improve on as well, because I can actually almost 4-key Ultra Nightmare now. Actually, I can 4-key it usually, but today I had 4 keys in and I only did 69 million damage, so I had to use a 5th key. And I wish we had the damage counter, but anyway. This is my comp right here. I use J-Reg, Razzle, Skull Crusher, Steel Skull, and not Xavier usually. I did that because it was magic. But usually use a Cold Brawler, excuse me. And I'm working on Mausoleum Mage right now, so I can slot him in for Steel Skull in the magic affinity scenario. But I usually do about 18, 19 million a key, all the way up to about 22 million now. 22 million is on the high side, so it's typically I can 4-key it if it's not Spirit. But I wanted to do this video as sort of like my mid-tier progress for my own account in Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, because I'll post a link to the video I did back in November in the description if you guys have seen it. If you haven't, it's actually me doing my first ever Ultra Nightmare run, and that's just speed tuning and everything, and my stats were nowhere near as good back then. So I'll show you the champs I've got. I'm not going to be able to do a run today because you can look at the clan boss only got 8 million left. I got to save that for clan mates. So we run a small limited clan, and we do that on purpose so that everybody can try to get as max of a chest as they possibly can. And hopefully this guy can see this in time, and Razzle will maybe use a 5th key, or Shavarius actually, barely has a sliver over here. That kind of stinks, man. That's rough. Anyway, so he only needs like 100,000 damage, or 150, or whatever it is. I'm not. Anyway, sorry. So let's look at the champions that I use, and then I'm gonna do a follow-up video after this as well. So this is gonna be just kind of a video of the champs that I use right now. I'm gonna do a follow-up video after I've done some of the improvements that I'm recommending for myself here. Which is actually learning a lot. And I'm going to sit here and admit, I watched like Hell Hades videos too. I've learned a hell of a lot from Hell Hades. That's kind of funny, a hell of a lot from Hell Hades. So his videos are really good as far as, building your teams go. I've learned from tons of people in our own Chofly community. So there's a lot of things I've done that actually, a lot of things I've learned in the last few months, where before all I really did was speed tune the team, and I've been able to do a hell of a lot more dragon farming too. So my gear is better. It's not phenomenal yet, but it's actually significantly better. And I wanted to link the video to show the importance of like dragon farming in the video I first did. So if people want to go back and watch it, they can. I'm not trying to plug to go back and watch another one of my videos. It's fine if you don't. But I just wanted to actually show it to show kind of where I've progressed along to. And then now I'm going to get into the champions, but before I forget, I actually want to say thank you to everybody that's sticking along with me. I'm just going to thank pretty much, you might get sick of hearing it, but I'm actually going to say thank you as well every single video, because I really do appreciate where the channel's at, and I'm trying to keep on growing it and trying to keep on doing good things with it. And then the other thing too is please subscribe to the channel. That's actually what helps out the most. There's a big percentage of people that watch that just don't subscribe. So please, if you would, just hit the subscribe button. It would really help me out. I'm trying to grow this channel just like everybody else is too. And I think there's enough room for all of us to have fun and grow. And it's completely free. I would never actually ask someone to do anything that would cost money. That's a totally different thing. This is just like subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. It's great, and I thank you for that. Anyway, let's actually get into what the whole thing is about here. So we'll start with Skull Crusher. Back in the day, I wrote these notes down back in November. That's not even 3 months ago, actually, now that I think about it. So my Skull Crusher then had much more HP. He had 48,000 HP, but he only had 2,600 defense. So I changed some things around on him to give him defense here, and yeah, I wish this was actually defense even on this stat. So this stat sucks, flat attack for him, but it rolled a triple defense. So that's actually why I put this on him. So even though that's kind of the reason I haven't taken this up to 16 too, because I don't need to on this one. Ideally, this would have been perfect. I mean, just a godly piece if this was actually a defense ring right there. But I'll take that too, though. So I've done a lot of spider farming too, which I hadn't done before because I was playing on my phone, and I had an iOS phone, and auto-clicking on that was an absolute nightmare because you have to use something called switch control. So now I've been able to do it on the PC and been able to actually get some of the gear I need. So this is actually my Skull Crusher right now. I don't think it's unrealistic to get these stats either. I'm actually going to try to push even higher. So I do feel like I want this to be like 5,000-ish. I think 4,500 from what I hear is the best sweet spot where you get diminishing returns after that. And then I'd like to try to decrease his accuracy, which I did from before. He is already at like 150 because I don't want him landing that debuff ever. But I do have force accuracy maxed out at 80 anyway. But my Skull Crusher's nice. He's got the perfect speed, 191. He's the last in the rotation counterattack. I run a defense set on him and everything. And I actually just realized he's got 4-star speed boots on, but that might have been purposely done because of speed tuning. Defense on his gauntlets and then defense percent on the chest as well. So that's kind of what I built him with, and I don't think we had like this piece. I need to replace that piece, get rid of the accuracy. Get rid of the accuracy on this piece too, but that rolled a pretty good amount of speed and HP there. So then maybe I can look up this. This is a piece I could probably replace if I got like a good HP defense as well. So again, this is kind of what I do in my videos. I'm kind of taking you through my thoughts and my the beginning of what I'm going to do. This is going to be part 1 of this because I'm just going to show you what I'm doing now with my comp, and then I'm actually going to show you in another video like a run after I actually do some rebuilding of this team, because that's my very near-term goal that I'm working on in my account, is actually getting the gear better even than they are right now. So we had Skull Crusher there. I used to use Xavia, and I did use Xavia today. But Xavia hasn't been worked on that much as far as Clan Boss goes because I barely use her anymore in Clan Boss. I use her in dungeons everywhere. But I don't use her in Clan Boss that much because I have used Occult Brawler more. He's more auto-friendly. But let me see here what we got on Occult Brawler, which this is something I need to work on. Occult Brawler is a big one I need to work on because before I was using Xavia with 41k HP and 1,500 defense, which isn't exactly that great. But now I've got a Occult Brawler. He's got 46,000 HP. That part's good, but he's only got 2,100 defense, so his defense is extremely low. This is probably something I need to work on. I could potentially take the HP down a bit and work up his defense. He is a HP-based champion, but that doesn't really matter because his damage is coming from poisons. So I think stacking more defense and lowering some of the HP would be good. And I've also done the turn order on this, so he's 193 to match up where Razzle goes first to the decreased defense and weaken, and Steel Skull goes first to the cleanse, then Razzle, then my Poisoner Occult Brawler, then J-Reg, who's my attack down now, and then Skull Crusher. So I've got it tuned to where it works that way in order as well. The accuracy is good on him, 252. This is the thing I could probably work on, is pushing the accuracy above 300 if possible. But he lands a lot of debuffs even at 252. His kit's pretty insane with landing poisons. Actually, I would actually consider a Occult Brawler. He's pretty much as good as a lot of legendaries out there. And because Xavia doesn't really work on auto, I would actually find him to be superior than Xavia in Clan Boss. But that's just my opinion. I still love Xavia. She's amazing, and she's good in Clan Boss, don't get me wrong. But I think Occult Brawler is just more auto-friendly, I guess would be the best way to say it. So work on the defense is what I need to do there. And then let's go look at Razzle, whatever the hell you call him. Oh, I forgot to show the gear on Occult Brawler. He's running HP gauntlets, defense chest, and we've got a bunch of accuracy on some of these pieces. I didn't want to... I don't know why I didn't take these to 16, but I guess it's not really that big of a deal. And then... that's not that great of a piece either. Anyway, so this is some stuff that I can work on, like these rare pieces up here. That's got good speed, though, and good accuracy, so I may not want to change those. But I could potentially replace some of those pieces. This is a nice piece, but it didn't roll. It rolled good. It rolled 1 accuracy, and then kind of meh over here for what I'm using them for. This is good with a little bit of accuracy too. So fine-tuning on the gear. I got a lot of rare pieces on him, it looks like. So if I have some epics and legendaries that would actually roll better, I may start replacing that type of stuff because I've done more dragon farming. And then on his jewelry. So the defense on here with a roll on defense once, I would have liked more than that, but that's okay. Defense here with a lot of accuracy because I hit a double roll on the accuracy, and then of course an accuracy banner for Occult Brawler. So that's what I've got for him. And then the next one we'll look at is Razzle now. So Razzle has his stats look like this. Before, when I was using Razzle, my stats were only 33k HP and 3.7k defense. So he was okay defensively, but not perfect. He's not like perfect now either, but he's got a little bit less HP, or a little bit more HP actually, 35k HP. But his defense, I've gotten up a lot more, which is good. I've gotten his defense to 4.3k, and his accuracy is really good at 264. So now he's much more, survivable because of the defense. I'd like to still push it up a little bit more. I've got defense gloves on him as well as a defense chest and 6-star speed boots to get the speed all lined up correctly. A little bit of speed roll on that, speed and HP, and then more speed and everything there too. So pretty good rolls. And on him, defense with a double defense roll there. Defense on this with really high resistance actually, and some accuracy. I may take this piece up to 16. I'm not quite sure what I haven't yet. I probably am looking at that I would run. It's 6-star, but I'd run or replace it with like an epic or a legendary piece. Is potentially why I'm not doing that or haven't done it yet. And then of course an accuracy banner. I did roll one defense on there, but then double flat HP. But he's good. He's good. I'd like to push him to actually get this above 4,500 for sure, if not closer to 5,000. So that's really the main thing. I'd like to get his HP a little bit higher. But those are the two main things I'd like to do for him. And then J-Rig. My J-Rig's a mess. So not necessarily a mess, but he's not perfect because my accuracy is way too low. His speed is correct, but for an Ultra Nightmare, my accuracy is only 204. I want this on him to be as high as it possibly can. I'd love to push it to 300. So really, he's my first priority to rework because his attack down is the most important thing. I replaced Tyrell with J-Reg in my comp because he got the defense up and then the extra ally protect where you can put it on Skull Crusher too to enhance the survivability, and plus running him with Steel Skull you could have 100% defense up on the AoEs if you time them right? Which is still pretty cool, right? But he has good HP, 54,000, and his defense is 3,000. So I really could take his HP down a lot, probably, and increase his defense, get that up over 4,000, 4,500. So that's, my goal there. And also accuracy. So really my main priority right now is going to be reworking J-Rig, because what I'm trying to do at this point is actually be able to 3-key Nightmare. And I think I'll be able to do it with this comp if I actually just get the right gear. So that's J-Reg. And then lastly, we'll go over Steel Skull. So Steel Skull is here. He's got... I keep forgetting this. I don't think I showed this. J-Reg's got a defense gauntlets on. And then also a defense percent chest. So 1 6-star, and then this thing rolled double attack, which kind of sucks on a defense chest. But at the time, I believe it was the only one I had. So I've done more dragon farming, and this is kind of the stuff I've got to go in and fine tune. So now it's like I've got to tweak what I've already done, but I'm going to do that because it's actually the little bit of tinkering is actually kind of fun to me. It takes a little while, but I like tinkering around with this type of stuff, re-gearing, and I don't know why the hell I have common speed boots on them, but I do. So that's something I have to replace. Anyway, and then so Steel Skull. Steel Skull is by far my fastest, and actually, even though he's this fast, I don't notice that it messes up the tuning at all, because he does go first. It doesn't mess up any speed tuning or anything. He's not like too fast at that level. So 212 is speed, 38k HP, 3,000 defense. So really, and then 255 accuracy. I could probably drop his speed in order to find pieces that have better defense. His HP is fine, really, but I need to definitely increase his defense to at least 4,000, hopefully 4,500 if I can. He's harder, and so is Occult Brawler because they have a lower base defense. But I've got to be able to try and give it a shot to do that. But 255 accuracy, and he's got, I believe, HP gloves on. Yeah, HP gloves. Defense percent chest. This is a nice chest here with the accuracy and speed rolls. That's pretty much one of my best pieces that I've gotten too. The only thing better would have been rolling like triples on any of these things. But yeah, it looks like I'm using lots of rare pieces I could probably replace too, because I haven't done a tuning in a little while. This rolled a double defense, which was nice, and accuracy. That piece is good because the HP. Anyway, so that's my comp. That's my team. Next thing I'm going to do is work on this, come out with another video where I've actually enhanced them. So I showed you before, I do about 18, 19 million with this team roughly. So I'm 4Keying it, which is good. Most of the time I 4K it. But the other two things I need to do is build Mausoleum Mage. You can see I'm actually working on that right now. I've got to do a bunch of different things with the gear. But I am working on Mausoleum Mage so I can make sure to slot him in if it's Magic Affinity. And also if it's Spirit Affinity, I want to be able to use Grizzled Jarl. So that's going to be the end of the video. Again, thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe if you want to. And have a great weekend. And cheers.